At 80 years old, your muscle mass might already be cut in half. But here's the good news. One simple habit can help reverse it, and fast. Harvard and Mayo Clinic have the data to prove it. The shocking part: 93% of seniors have never even heard of it. Let's break it down. Most people think losing strength is just part of getting older. But that's not the full story. Sarcopenia, muscle loss, isn't just aging. It's a silent disease, and it's draining the strength of millions every year. It begins in your 30s. After 60, it accelerates. And by 80, most people have lost up to 50% of their muscle without even realizing it. Why muscle loss happens and why it's reversible. You know the feeling. Climbing stairs suddenly feels like a workout. Getting up from your favorite chair takes more effort than it used to. And carrying groceries, that leaves you sore for days. These aren't just random aches. They're red flags, signals of something deeper going wrong. Yet most doctors never connect the dots. According to the Journal of Physiology, this isn't just the natural decline of aging. In many cases, it's avoidable. And even better, it's reversible. That same journal reports something astonishing. Some people in their 70s and 80s have the same strength, balance, and mobility as those in their 40s. And no, it's not good luck or perfect genetics. It's not surgery. It's not supplements. It's one powerful daily habit. But before we talk about that, let's understand what's really happening inside your body. Muscle doesn't just disappear. It's slowly broken down by chronic inflammation, low-quality movement, hormonal shifts, and worst of all, neglect. If your body doesn't get the message to maintain and rebuild muscle, it stops trying. And the cost? Balance suffers, energy drops, metabolism slows, and here's a hard truth. Over 300,000 seniors are hospitalized every year because of falls caused by weak muscles. But there's hope. New research from Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and the University of Texas proves this decline can be reversed. Not with intense workouts, not with a trainer or gym. One study showed that seniors who adopted a specific daily habit gained up to 3 pounds of muscle in just 12 weeks, without changing their diet. It's not about pushing harder. It's about switching on the muscle-building signals your body is still waiting to receive. In the next section, we'll reveal exactly what that habit is, and the one mistake most people make when trying it. So what is this one daily habit that can rebuild lost muscle, restore strength, and turn back the biological clock? Even if you're in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, it's called progressive resistance training. But not the kind you're probably imagining. Let's get this straight. Walking a little more, splashing around in water aerobics, or lifting the same light dumbbells every week might feel good, but they won't rebuild the muscle you've lost. That's because your muscles don't grow from repetition. They grow from challenge. And according to groundbreaking studies from Tufts University and McMaster University, the key to regaining strength is increasing resistance gradually and consistently over time. This isn't about exercising longer. It's about working smarter. One study showed that seniors who did just 2 strength sessions a week, 30 minutes each, gained more strength than others who worked out 5 days a week without pushing themselves. Why? Because those 2 sessions pushed their muscles to mild fatigue, and that's when the magic happens. Here's why this works. Progressive resistance sends your body a biological signal that says, "Hey, I still need these muscles." It flips on the body's muscle-building switch, activating anabolic signals that rebuild fibers. Yes, even if you're 85. Without that signal, your body assumes the muscles are no longer needed and starts to let them shrink. But here's the good news. You don't need to bench press at the gym. You don't even need equipment. In fact, the most powerful exercises used by so-called superagers, seniors with the strength of people 30 years younger, are incredibly simple. Isometric holds, like pressing against a wall or holding a plank for 10 seconds. Eccentric movements, like slowly lowering into a squat or easing into a chair. Compound exercises that recruit multiple muscle groups at once. Think chair squats, wall push-ups, or resistance band rows. No machines, no memberships, just smart progression. You slowly increase difficulty, track your progress, and aim for that moment where your muscles say, "That's enough." That moment is where growth begins. That's when your body starts rebuilding. Here's the twist. Most seniors who try to fight muscle loss, they're doing it completely wrong, and it's not their fault. For years, outdated advice from old-school trainers, magazines, and even well-meaning doctors has misled millions. And the result? Seniors putting in effort with little or no gains, sometimes even making the problem worse. Let's clear up the biggest myth right now. Muscle doesn't care how long you move, it cares how hard you challenge it. That's why walking for an hour or doing 20 slow reps with tiny weights just won't cut it after 60. These activities might keep you moving, but they don't stimulate muscle growth. In fact, research shows that using the same light resistance again and again leads to training stagnation. Your body adapts, your muscles stop growing, and over time, they shrink. Here's another mistake. Doing only isolation exercises like bicep curls or leg extensions. They may feel satisfying, but they barely activate the major muscle groups you rely on for stability and balance. If you're not training the way you live, like standing, pushing, pulling, climbing, you're missing the muscles that matter most for independence. Now for the biggest blunder of all, not training to fatigue. This is the game changer. According to a pivotal study from McMaster University, older adults who exercised to the point of momentary muscle failure saw far greater strength gains than those who didn't, even when using light resistance. So what does muscle failure mean? It's that moment when your body says, "I can't do another clean rep." Not pain, not danger, just fatigue. And that's when the brain sends out the signal, rebuild, get stronger. Unfortunately, many seniors are told to avoid working too hard, to take it easy for fear of injury. But here's the truth. Not challenging your muscles is the real risk. Why? Because unchecked muscle loss increases your chance of falls and broken bones, insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, slower metabolism and weight gain, and eventually loss of independence. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets to reverse. But here's the good news. You can fix it without a gym or heavy weights. It starts with smart, progressive resistance, consistency, and a mindset shift. Think of it as working with your muscles, not against them. Here's your rule of thumb. Challenge your muscles, not your joints. Start with bodyweight movements. Add resistance bands. Increase time under tension, like slowing down the movement. Focus on quality, not just quantity, even tiny adjustments. Like holding a squat 2 seconds longer, can trigger big changes when done right. Small tweaks, smart effort, big transformation. Let's be clear, this isn't fluff. This is science-backed, real-world proof, because numbers don't lie, and neither do results. Meet the superagers. This isn't just a trendy term. It's a clinical label used by researchers to describe seniors in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who move, lift, and live like they're 40. These individuals climb stairs without holding railings, play tennis and swim laps well into their 80s, carry groceries like it's nothing, and in some cases outperform younger adults in strength tests. How is that even possible? According to a landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, All of these high-performing seniors had one critical habit in common. They practiced progressive resistance training daily and treated it with the same non-negotiable consistency as brushing their teeth. Here's what's remarkable. Some participants in their 70s had the same lean muscle mass and physical strength as adults in their late 30s. They didn't get there by spending hours in the gym. They simply committed to short, effective strength sessions, done daily and done right, and the results didn't stop there. In a 12-week study by the University of Texas, seniors who combined resistance training with timed protein intake gained an average of 2 pounds of lean muscle, without changing anything else in their lifestyle. One 76-year-old participant shared, "I can now get up from the floor without help, something I hadn't done in over a decade." Even more impressive, a study in Finland found that seniors who regularly used sauna heat, a hormetic good stress method of recovery, lost 40% less muscle than those who didn't. And if you're still worried that it's too late, consider this. A University of Alabama study followed seniors in their 80s who had never done strength training before. Within just 3 months, they gained up to 3 pounds of muscle, increased strength by 35%, improved balance, bone density, cognitive sharpness, and blood sugar regulation. Ask yourself, when was the last time any pill delivered this many benefits? Here's the real takeaway. It's not age, it's action. These aren't Olympians or rare genetic miracles. They're everyday people who made one powerful decision to give their body a reason to grow, because your muscles are always listening. If you tell them, "I'm done," they shrink. But if you say, "I still need you," they respond with strength, with energy, with life. Let's go beyond the stories and into the science. Now that you've heard the stories, let's back it up with hard evidence. This isn't just motivation, it's cellular biology. Here are 5 science-backed reasons why smart resistance training isn't just helpful. It's absolutely essential for seniors who want to stay mobile, strong, and independent through their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Microscope 1. It reverses anabolic resistance. As we age, our muscles stop listening to the usual growth signals. This condition is called anabolic resistance. And it's one of the main reasons older adults lose muscle, even if they eat well. But there's hope. Studies from the Journal of Nutrition show that resistance training resensitizes the muscles, making them more responsive to both exercise and protein intake. Translation: you can retrain your body to grow stronger even in your 70s and 80s, just by applying the right stimulus. DNA 2. It activates longevity genes. Harvard scientists discovered that when your muscles contract under tension, they trigger FOXO and sirtuin genes, often referred to as longevity genes. What do? Boost cellular repair, preserve muscle mass, reduce age-related decline, support long-term resilience. But here's the catch. These genes only activate when the body is challenged physically, meaning walking alone may not be enough. Fire 3. It reduces inflammaging. Yes, that's a real term. Inflammaging is the chronic, low-grade inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown and weakens the immune system. According to research from Tufts University, seniors with high inflammation lose muscle 3 times faster than those with low inflammation, even if both groups eat the same diet. But during resistance training, your muscles release anti-inflammatory cytokines, molecular messengers that reduce inflammation at the cellular level. Every workout becomes a fire extinguisher for aging. Repeat button 4. It triggers muscle protein synthesis, MPS. Muscle isn't built during your workout. It's built afterward when your body enters repair mode. Resistance training is the key that unlocks MPS, muscle protein synthesis, your body's natural rebuilding process. Get this. Studies show that just 10 minutes of structured resistance work can elevate MPS levels for up to 72 hours. That's 3 days of rebuilding from a short effort done right. Compare that to hours of slow cardio, and the choice is obvious. Brain 5. It reconnects your brain-to-muscle wiring. Ever feel like your balance, reaction time, or coordination is slipping? That's because after 60, the connection between your brain and muscles, the neuromuscular junction, starts to weaken. But resistance training rebuilds those connections. Research from the University of Michigan shows that compound movements like squats, rows, and push-ups reboot your neuromuscular system, giving you sharper movement, better stability, and even stronger cognition. Every rep is like hitting refresh on your brain-body sync. Now imagine combining all 5 of these benefits: faster recovery, lower inflammation, rewired brain-muscle connections, muscle regrowth, cellular longevity. And all of it sparked by one consistent habit. That's the real power of resistance training. Not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. And in the next section, I'll show you how to build this into your daily routine in just 10 minutes a day, even if you haven't worked out in decades. The hidden hacks superagers use to double their results. Now that you've committed to rebuilding strength, there's a secret tool used by some of the strongest, healthiest seniors in the world. One that accelerates recovery, increases performance, and helps your body adapt faster than ever. It's called smart stress. Tiny, controlled challenges that trigger powerful biological upgrades. Think of them like gentle nudges that whisper to your body, "Wake up, get stronger, stay sharp." Let's break down the 2 most powerful of these bonus habits that superagers rely on, and how to start them safely. Fire 1. Heat exposure, the muscle recovery booster. You might not think of warmth as a workout tool, but your muscles do. Research from Finland shows that seniors who used saunas or hot baths 4 to 7 times per week had 40% less muscle loss, better blood flow, improved cardiovascular health, higher levels of heat shock proteins, powerful molecules that repair and protect muscle tissue. You don't need to build a home spa. Just 10 to 15 minutes in a sauna, hot bath, or even hot shower after your strength training session can supercharge muscle recovery. Why does it work? Because your body sees heat as a form of exercise mimicry. It increases circulation, reduces inflammation, and accelerates repair without any extra strain. Alarm clock 2. Intermittent fasting, done right for muscle health. No, this isn't starvation, it's smart timing. Called time-restricted eating, this habit involves eating your meals within a consistent daily window. For example, from 10:00 a.m. to 6 p.m. When done safely, studies from the Salk Institute show that intermittent fasting boosts autophagy, your body's natural cellular cleanup process, enhances mitochondrial function in muscle cells, improves hormone balance and muscle repair, increases muscle efficiency by up to 10% in just 12 weeks, even without lifting weights. This isn't about dieting. It's about giving your body time to reset and repair. Gear, you don't have to do it all at once. You don't need to master every hack right now. Start with 1. Add a cold burst at the end of your shower. Soak in a hot bath or sauna 2-3 times a week. Try eating in an 8-10 hour window that works with your schedule. These tiny, intentional micro-stressors work like silent amplifiers, signaling your cells to adapt, rebuild, and protect. Brain movement plus mindset equals momentum. What's most exciting? When combined with progressive resistance training, these practices deliver even faster recovery, less soreness, and stronger strength gains, even in your 70s and 80s. You don't have to go extreme. You just have to be intentional. So you're ready to get stronger, but where do you start? You've heard the science, you've seen the proof. Now comes the best part, taking action. The good news? You don't need a gym membership, expensive gear, or a personal trainer whispering cliches in your ear. What you do need is about 10 minutes a day, a little bit of floor space, and a blueprint designed specifically for seniors who want to train smarter, not harder. Welcome to the 10-minute strength blueprint. Here's how to start strong, stay safe, and see results in weeks, not years. White heavy check mark step 1. Start with stability. Before you lift, before you strengthen, you must stabilize. Why? Because even the strongest muscles can't protect you without balance, posture, and joint alignment. Think of this like tuning a guitar before a performance. You wouldn't start strumming until everything's calibrated. Here's your daily warm-up, 2-3 minutes total. March in place, 30 seconds. Arm circles forward and backward, 30 seconds. Wall-assisted heel raises, 10 to 15 reps. Seated leg extensions, 10 reps per leg. These movements wake up your nervous system, prime your muscles, and signal your body. We're here to move. Safe, simple, and powerful. Person male step 2. Master 3 foundational movement patterns. Forget complicated routines with 15 different exercises. You only need 3. The ones super ragers rely on to stay independent and agile. 1 chair squats strengthens legs and core. Sit down slowly, then stand back up. Aim for 10 reps. Too easy. Hold water bottles or go slower on the way down. 2 wall push-ups strengthens chest, shoulders, and triceps. Stand an arm's length from a wall. Lower with control, then push back. Start with 8-10 reps. Upgrade to countertop push-ups as you improve. 3 seated resistance band rows strengthens back and posture. Wrap a resistance band around your feet. Pull toward your torso as if rowing. No band, use a towel and mimic the motion. These moves engage every major muscle group without stressing your joints. They stimulate hormone release, improve neuromuscular connection, and mimic real-world movements. Getting up, reaching, pulling. Flexed biceps step 3. Train to fatigue safely. Here S where the real magic happens. You're not training for pain. You're training to that moment where your muscles say, I can't do one more rep with good form. That's called momentary muscle fatigue, and it's the sweet spot for transformation. Could be 6 reps, could be 16. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you reach your limits safely with control. Do 2 rounds per movement, 3 days a week. In just 2-4 weeks, you'll feel stronger, steadier, and more energized. Because when muscles are challenged, they rebuild. Step 4, track progress, not perfection. This step separates trying from transforming. Keep a notebook or use your phone. After each session, jot down what movements you did, how many reps, how you felt. This helps your brain form a habit loop and tells your body. This matters. It also makes your improvements visible so you stay motivated even on low-energy days. Seedling step 5. Prioritize recovery. Strength doesn't come from the workout. It comes from how you recover after each session. Drink water. Eat 25-30 g of protein, eggs, yogurt, lentils, protein smoothie. Rest. Once or twice a week, add light activity. A walk, tai chi, or gentle stretching to increase blood flow and joint lubrication. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is consistency. And in just 10 minutes a day, you can start reversing decades of decline and reclaiming your strength. 1 habit, 1 blueprint, 1 decision to begin. Your future mobility, energy, and independence all start here. Now you know the truth. You can restore your strength, protect your independence, and rewire your body to grow stronger, not older, no matter what your birth certificate says. So ask yourself honestly, if your muscles can still rebuild, if your brain can still reconnect with your body, and if your daily choices matter more than your DNA, then what else might be possible? Because regaining muscle is just the beginning. What if you could boost your memory, sharpen your reflexes, strengthen your balance, even rebuild your bones and brain? Thousands of super ragers across the globe are already proving it's possible. Not with gimmicks or miracle pills, but with small, consistent, science-backed habits. And here's the best part. They all started with just one decision, one moment of saying, "I'm not done yet." So here's your move. Pick one habit from this video, just one, and start today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Then share it with us in the comments. Which habit are you starting with? What insight from this video surprised or inspired you most? We're reading every single reply, and your comment might even show up in a future episode to inspire someone else on their journey. This isn't the end of your story. This is your pivot point, your renewal, your moment. Because if one habit can restore your strength, just imagine what the next one could do.